Now, Paul Ryan has accepted the position of Speaker of the House, and in accepting that position, Paul Ryan actually got his demand to get some more family time. Oh, that's good. So he had a list of demands, and one of them was, of course, more time from his family. Who doesn't want more family time, right? Well, on that, what about everybody else who wants family time? Well, Paul Ryan addressed that during an interview on Fox News Sunday with John Roberts. Let's take a look at some of that conversation.
In saying that you would accept the speakership, Mr. Speaker, you said that you wouldn't take the job if it interferes with your family time, which has opened up a national conversation about the importance of spending time with your family. And there are many people in this country who would like to see you make your first priority legislation that gives people the backing of the federal government so that they can have time with their families. Would you make that one of your first priorities?
So I don't think people ask me to be speaker so that I can take more money from hardworking taxpayers to create some new federal entitlement.
Oh, really? So you're not fine with taking money from hardworking taxpayers for some sort of entitlement, right? But you're absolutely cool with taking money from hardworking taxpayers to fund multinational corporations like oil companies. In fact, some of your recent budgets cut all sorts of social services and even tax credits for alternative energy, wind, solar, that kind of stuff, and actually gave it and left the subsidies to oil companies untouched. Oh, well, we see your priorities on that one. Now, he's going to continue this conversation with John Roberts.
I think people want to have members of Congress that represent them, that are like them. Don't you want your member of Congress to be a citizen legislator who lives with you, among you, who has your own kinds of concerns, who wants to spend time with his children on Saturdays and Sundays? I'm going to keep living in Janesville, Wisconsin, where I'm from, where I raised my family. I'm going to keep going back and forth to D.C. And yes, Sundays are going to be family days, and Saturdays are family and constituent days. That, I think, is what most people want in their life, is a balance. So if you're asking me, because I want to continue being the best dad and husband and speaker I can be, getting that work-life balance correct means I should sign up for some new unfunded entitlement. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, it doesn't make any sense to you. I'll get into that. But hey, look at me. I'm Paul Ryan. I'm just like you. Only I'm worth about $7.8 million. I want to cut your Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and of course all your quote-unquote entitlements. Oh, you want family time? Here's some motherfucking bootstraps. Get it yourself. You want your family time, right? He wants family time. Nothing wrong with that. But in his position, he can actually strong arm and negotiate, demand that he gets this family time with his job. Most people can't do that. Most Americans, look, if you walk up to your boss in most places and be like, hey, there's this new position that's open, right? For manager, I'd be a manager, but you got to give me some extra days off. Yeah, you know what would happen? How about a fuck you? Wouldn't happen. Not gonna happen. No surprise, right? But he's in this unique position where he gets to make demands. And obviously, he gets them. Now, as far as it making sense, it doesn't make sense for, to give a new entitlement or anything like that, right? Well, it makes about as much sense as Paul Ryan getting paid $174,000 a year to actually work a fraction of that year. And not only that, he gets all the family leave that he asked for and gets paid for it. But he doesn't want you to get paid for it. You know why? Because it's an unpaid entitlement. It's an unpaid entitlement. Now, if the American people don't get it, this is what I think. Because it's unfunded, well, sorry, dude, you don't get it either. You shouldn't get it either. Now, of course, unfortunately, these are guys that can vote their own pay raises and their own perks. Using your money. Using taxpayer money. And of course, they're always going to vote to give themselves more perks and higher pay. They give themselves goodies. And then, of course, they vote to fund these goodies out of your paycheck. While, of course, leaving you and every other average American family out of the loop. They don't get the goodies because for them, see, for them, it's not an entitlement, but it is for you. And you don't deserve it, but they do. And that's the whole problem here. It says that this is a classic example of the hypocrisy of Paul Ryan, where he says, hey, goodies for me, but not for thee. Once again, fucking hypocrisy.